We are going to move now and talk a little bit about some real changes that we've been waiting on here. Obviously, we don't want heavy storms.
No.
Folks concerned about that, but certainly it would be nice to get some rainfall.
Yeah, and rain is finally on the way, Steve. We have waited for this, and even the chance of some heavy rain. Something to watch. The excessive rainfall outlook put out by the Weather Prediction Center does have us in a couple of days where we have to watch it low end, but this far out, that is something. First of all, beautiful night, okay? Looking towards the north and east from downtown. Let's break down our understanding of where the timeline is right now. So I have weather alerts in place for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Still watching closely near the end of the week. We want to get a little bit more data and consistency, but I'll show you both of the major models. I'll show you what we look at back here a little behind the scenes and show you where I agree and where I disagree and how they compare to each other. First, though, Tuesday, strong winds out ahead of this powerful storm system like we'd see in the fall or spring, feeding in that Gulf moisture, the warm and humid air, some fuel for storms. Then Wednesday, that first cold front with rain and thunderstorms. Thursday, they could move out in time for trick-or-treating. That's good news. We hope that stays. And then Friday through the weekend, really, we got to watch for all the possibilities. Here's the upper level low that's going to bring this in, and this is up at 30,000 feet. This is the jet stream. I have it in 3D here so you can see. The areas we watch are on the eastern sides of this. All the energy, think of a roller coaster. All the momentum, once you get down to the bottom, you're ejecting out with very high force out here over the central and southern plains. That's what causes severe weather in the spring and in the fall. And there could be a target of severe weather, maybe in the Central Plains, true Tornado Alley, Kansas City, down to Wichita, and maybe down to Oklahoma City. But for us, a strong storm or two is in play. We'll break down Futurecast in a second. But then look at this, the following week, a much deeper trough. This one we'll want to watch closely for the week of Election Day. Something to watch there. Let's go over to the maps and show you what Futurecast does here. Here's what it looks like. There's major model number one. I'm going to show you both of the major models. This is the Euro. So there's that upper level pattern, big storm system moving in. Here's Tuesday. See the winds moving in from the Gulf and out from the south. That's more humidity and instability, what we call available potential energy moving back over the plains. There's the front setting up as we go towards Wednesday, okay? It's going to push through, and these will become more linear. We've seen this before. I think these storms will be more elevated, so the closer they are to the surface, the more severe and organized they can be. I think these will be a little more elevated, meaning maybe a marginal wind gust or two, maybe some small hail at most. Wouldn't be surprised to see a severe warning, but most of these should stay below severe limits at this point. And then that trend does push them out by the evening of Halloween in time for trick-or-treating. So we absolutely hope that's the case. Now watch this. The European model now lifts that front back in out of the Gulf, okay, and brings in warm and humid air and another impulse or two, what we call the low-level jet, coming in and bringing more moisture through the weekend. Let's see the other major model, the American one. This one brings in that front, pretty consistent timing with the European model. That's why we think Wednesday afternoon to evening, some storms may be heavy in there, pushes that front south and then leaves activity through Halloween. That's why we got to watch it closely and keeps those impulses riding right up the front through Monday. This is right before Election Day. And even some cold air and some snow to the panhandle of Texas. So these are big storm systems we've got to watch. All in all, don't take the amounts of rain to heart here. This is just a trend, but you have an idea that we're going to get some much needed rainfall, even some very isolated localized flooding in the heaviest of storms. So first alerts, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We got to watch closely, fingers crossed on the trend for the evening of Halloween. Temperatures down to the 70s, but storms chances almost each and every day, Tuesday through Sunday, Steve. We'll be watching closely for election week as well.
Yes.